The 17th edition of the Global Gender Gap Report, released in June 2023, reveals that at the current pace, it will take 131 years to bridge the global gender gap, rising to 149 years in populous South Asian nations, including India. The article argues for the effectiveness of affirmative action and the importance of equity in achieving equality. It criticized the misconception that reservation policies diminish competence, citing statistics showing women outperforming men in academics and entering the workforce. The Women's Reservation Bill in India, finally passed in 2023, marks a significant step, although historical biases and regressive views continue to hinder true gender parity, emphasizing the need for swift and meaningful change.
The recent presidential election in the Maldives demonstrated the nation's thriving democracy, with key concerns of voters centering around economic stability, employment, housing, tourism industry improvements, education, and healthcare. Despite some Western news agencies framing the election as a competition between China and India, the dynamics were more nuanced. The outgoing president, Ibrahim Mohamed Solih, was defeated due to historical trends, party splits, and the departure of influential leader Mohammad Nasheed. The election of Mohammad Muizzu marks significant changes, prompting considerations about the nation's foreign policy, particularly regarding India and China. India's positive image in the Maldives necessitates further cooperation, emphasizing mutual understanding and trust-building initiatives.
The upcoming state elections in Chhattisgarh, Mizoram, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Telangana are often likened to a semi-final before the national Lok Sabha polls, yet this comparison oversimplifies the complex electoral landscape. Three of these states, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan, witness a predominantly bipolar contest between the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, and the Indian National Congress. In these regions, the BJP capitalizes on its association with the union government and Hindutva ideology, while the Congress emphasizes welfare initiatives and caste-based census promises. In Telangana, the Congress aims to challenge the ruling Bharat Rashtra Samiti, relegating the BJP to a spoiler role. Meanwhile, the emergence of the Joram People's Movement alters the traditional two-party dynamics in Mizoram. These elections hold significant importance for the national parties, shaping their strategies for the 2024 polls.
In the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council Kargil, Ladakh elections, the National Conference, NC Congress Alliance secured a significant victory, thwarting the Bharatiya Janata Party's, BJP, efforts to expand its influence since Ladakh became a union territory in 2019. The BJP won only 2 out of 26 seats, with NC gaining 12 and Congress 10. This outcome, with a 77.61% turnout, reflects the electorate's seriousness about the polls. In the past 4 years, Buddhists and Shia Muslims jointly advocated for Ladakh's special status under the 6th schedule of the Constitution. The BJP's developmental initiatives didn't override the emotional issue of Ladakh's final status, emphasizing the need for special protections and constitutional recognition.
The debate surrounding traditional medicine versus modern evidence-based medicine is a complex issue. The article emphasizes that modern medicine is not synonymous with allopathy, evolving significantly through scientific advancements since the late 19th century. Traditional systems like Ayurveda have their own pharmacopoeia in India, despite their limitations in understanding the human body due to historical constraints. While Ayurveda's physiological basis might not align with modern knowledge, dismissing it entirely hampers progress. The article advocates for open-minded evaluation of traditional medical systems, urging the government to conduct evidence-based appraisals, retain valuable aspects, and integrate them into a comprehensive healthcare system. Science requires openness and skepticism, acknowledging valuable traditional knowledge without compromising scientific principles.
In response to Governor R.N. Ravi's accusation of a rise in caste atrocities in Tamil Nadu, the DMK party assigned its General Secretary and Water Resources Minister Durai Murugan to counter the claims. The governor cited instances of discrimination, including the Nayakaneri village panchayat case, where a scheduled caste woman was unable to assume office despite being elected unopposed due to a court order. While the minister highlighted measures taken by the government to protect SCs/STs, incidents of caste discrimination continue, indicating a deep-rooted problem in the state's social fabric. Collaboration between the government and various stakeholders is deemed essential to address the issue effectively.
The year 2023 is on track to become the warmest ever recorded, with temperatures nearing 1.4 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial era average. In September 2023, global temperatures hit a record high, with the average surface air temperature being 0.93 degrees Celsius higher than the September average between 1991 and 2020. The month was approximately 1.75 degrees Celsius above the average temperature of September during the 1850 to 1900 period, considered the pre-industrial benchmark. Europe experienced significantly higher temperatures, with some areas reporting their hottest September ever. The extent of sea ice in the Antarctic region remained at very low levels, dropping 9% below the norm in September 2023. The Arctic sea ice extent also reached its annual minimum, being 18% below the 1991 to 2020 average for September.
Harvard University professor Claudia Goldin has been awarded the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences for 2023 for her groundbreaking research on women's labor market outcomes. Goldin's work provides the first comprehensive account of women's earnings and labor market participation spanning 2 centuries in the United States. She revealed that female participation in the labor market didn't exhibit a consistent upward trend, but rather a U-shaped curve influenced by factors like family obligations, education, legislation, and societal norms. Goldin highlighted the importance of understanding how both men and women are affected when gender disparities persist in the workforce. She emphasized the significance of shared responsibilities in households and expressed hope for a future where women can pursue careers while having supportive spouses.
More than just footnotes, Field Assistance in Wildlife Research and Conservation is a new book edited by Ambika Ayadurai and Mamta Pandya that highlights the invaluable contributions of field assistants in wildlife research, particularly in the remote regions of Arunachal Pradesh, India. The book features stories of field assistants who have aided researchers and conservationists in studying the rich biodiversity of the region, including tiger reserves, river systems, migratory birds, and diverse flora and fauna. The essays provide insights into local cultures, hunting practices, and conservation challenges, showcasing the deep knowledge and experiences of these assistants. The book serves as a tribute to their significant role in wildlife conservation efforts.
Hamas, the Palestinian militant group, traces its roots back to the Muslim Brotherhood and was established in 1987 during the First Intifada against Israeli occupation. Initially focused on reorienting Muslim society, Hamas shifted towards political activism. In 2006, it won the majority of seats in the Palestinian legislative elections, leading to tensions with Fatah and subsequent clashes. Over the years, Hamas has oscillated between violent resistance and attempts at moderation. Although it has shown willingness for ceasefires and offered support for a Palestinian state on 1967 borders, recent attacks suggest a return to more aggressive tactics, posing a challenge for Israel in its military response.